Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Bill Elwright Gymnasium for another night of Doniphan High School basketball. And we got the boys again tonight for you. They're hosting the Sikeston Bulldogs, and Dalton Pennington and Keith Bowman are here to bring you the play-by-play. This is the last home game of the season for the Dons, and the girls are playing at Saxony Lutheran tonight. We're going to try to keep tabs on that, but I would say that their game probably won't be, our game will be over since we're only having a half the JV game before the girls varsity game gets over with tonight.
Well, the JV game over there is only half a game as well.
Oh, is it?
According to the Facebook page, so we may run pretty close.
Okay. All right. And two, the game's over. I was going to do it last night if you wanted to interview Coach Cagle, but with the senior night thing getting messed up,
right,
they went straight into that, so we'd have had to stay on quite a bit longer. So if the game's, I've got to get up again in the morning really, really early. So if the game's over and he wants to come up, you can interview him if you want to.
Okay.
Well, we're getting set for the junior varsity game. As I said, they don't want it, dog. Ken will eat it. He's like Mikey. He'll eat anything.
He'll eat anything. Mikey likes it.
Where was I at? Oh, the girls have the Saxony Lutheran game tonight, which is a big game because it's a team that they could match up with in the semifinals in the district tournament. And then they play Jackson, another big school, on Friday night to finish out the regular season. Starters for the Sikeston Bulldogs junior varsity, number 4, Ben James, a 5'9" freshman. Number 5, Kobe Thomas, a 5'10" freshman. Number 12, Will Lape, a 5'10" freshman. Number 24, Marcus Sanders, a 6-foot sophomore. And number 40, Malachi Davis, a 5'11" sophomore. For the Dons, we have 5 guys, and they're all starting.
Yep.
It'll be Tyler Lowry, Devin Alfonso, Lane Allen, Harley Elliott, and Corey Haygood. And again, reminder everybody, folks, we're only playing a half a game tonight because of the numbers for the Doniphan basketball teams. You don't have to worry about it down on the Sikeston end. Looks like they've got about 6 subs down there, but they're a lot bigger school.
Well, and they had a couple young men sitting up here by us, so that's not even all of them. That's just their JV.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
That's just their JV. So it will be Sanders jumping center. And I think Lane Allen probably will step in the center circle to jump against him. Sikeston with red uniforms, white numbers. They got some black trim. They will go from left to right, and the Dons will go from right to left. And the ball tipped into the back court, and the Dons will have the first possession. And Sikeston looks like a zone to me. And Harley Elliott's pass is deflected out of bounds. A lot of teams that are really aggressive on defense play that zone, but they send those front 2 guys way out and pick up the ball out near midcourt, which actually leaves it open around the free throw line if you can get it there. Elliott between the circles to Lowry, over to Corey Haygood. Dribbles to the baseline, back to Alfonso. They swing it over on the right side. And was that a double dribble, or did he keep his dribble alive there? They got it in the middle of the lane, Allen, and he loses it. And here comes James with it. Bounces, beautiful bounce pass there to Malachi Davis. He missed the shot, but he's going to be fouled. And I would say their varsity and junior varsity will probably get it up and down the floor in a hurry. Malachi Davis at the free throw line, and he makes the first one, gives Sikeston a 1-0 lead. First foul of the game was on Harley Elliott. And the second one good as well. 2-2-1 full court pressure. Wide open up the floor, and they didn't see him. And the ball's going to be thrown into the back court, and that'll be an over and back violation against the Dons. And Devin Alfonso, when Corey Haygood had the ball over, it was down. Yeah. There wasn't anybody within 25, 30 feet of him. So Sikeston will get it on the turnover. Thomas over to James. Back to Thomas. Lobs it down on the baseline to Davis. Cross-court pass in the corner. Lefty three by number 12, Will Lake. And it's 5-0 Sikeston. And a bad pass by Corey Haygood. Luckily for the Dons, number 24, Marcus Sanders, couldn't handle it. He had a layup there if he'd have caught that. Got to get some more zip on those passes, especially when you're throwing it back under the other team's goal. Haygood, cross-court. Lowry, good no-look pass to Lane Allen, and he's going to put it in. He looked the defender off, and Sikeston already back in the front court. James, right side to Thomas, back to James. Don's in a 2-3 zone. The Dons are almost forced to play a zone with just 5 players. Long three-pointer up and no good, and that was by Ben James. Corey Haygood with the rebound. Outlet pass to Alfonso, almost lost it, got it back and give it to Haygood. And those 2 guards are coming all the way out to midcourt almost to pick up Corey Haygood. Pass over across the way, and it's going to be out of bounds. It went right between Haygood, and I believe that was Lowry, and went out of bounds. It looked like Lowry thought that it was going to Haygood, and he let it go. We've played a couple minutes. It's 5-2 in favor of Sikeston. And Lape pass is stolen. It was batted away, picked up, and a nice save by Lane Allen. And then we got it. They call that on Lowry?
I believe so.
He had the ball. They called it travel. It couldn't have been on the save on the inbounds here, I don't think. Anyway, Sikeston gets it back. And wide open underneath the basket's going to be Marcus Sanders. And he lays it in to make it 7-2. And Doniphan calls a timeout. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be right back here on Current River Broadcasting.
Through the years, it's taken all of us to make our community great. We're proud that Chevrolet has been an important part of America's history for many generations. And Ripley County, Missouri, you are as American as it gets. And that's why your friends at Countryside Chevrolet of Doniphan want to say thank you. Thank you for making our country and our community great.
Don's turning it over. A little miscommunication here between me and the camera lady. And Sikeston's going to miss, but they're going to get the offensive rebound out to Late for another 3. It's no good. And Corey Haygood gets the rebound. In the back court, gives it back to Lowry, to Elliott, back to Lowry. And nice save by Haygood. And he's going to be fouled. Sikeston trying to double team everywhere, even out by the center court circle. They're trying to get a double team on the Dons. That foul on Will Lape. First foul, first team foul. 7-2 in favor of Sikeston. Harley Elliott dribbles to the baseline, and he's going to be called. No, they're going to call a foul. And that one's going to go against Ben James. I guess the reason he walked is because he got pushed. The Dons will inbound underneath the right side of their basket. Inbounds comes to Corey Haygood. Haygood drills back to center. Gives it to Alfonso. Down low to Lane Allen, and he throws it away. And here comes another beautiful down pass down underneath to the number 40 Malachi Davis running the floor from Ben James. And it's 9-2. Dons are going to have to take care of the ball, and almost turned over again, and we're going to have a foul. That was one of those deals where that was a bad break for Ben James there because he almost got the steal.
Yeah.
And then he's called for the foul. That's his second foul. Oh, boy, here we go. Number 33, Isaiah Jimerson Patterson. And number 22, Jaquan Applewhite. And what was the other one that came in? Number 5, 44, Jaharis Goodwin. I hate when they do that. bring in 3 or 4 at a time. It's better if it's just one, especially if you don't know the team. Don's down 9-2, about halfway through the quarter, and Lowry's wide open three is up and good. Good pass from Harley Elliott. And Tyler Lowry hits a three to bring the Dons back within 4 at 9-5. James dribbles baseline. His pass going to be stolen. That was Lowry. Here comes Harley Elliott, and he's going to lose the ball out of bounds. Tried to dribble around on the sideline there.
He dribbled into 3 guys there. He's got to recognize that and just pull it back out. He had Corey Haygood trailing behind him. Could have swung it around and broke that real easy. Yeah,
and they might have got a layup, too, with 3 guys on him. Long three-pointer up. It's no good. That was James, and we're going to have an over-the-back foul called on Sikeston. That will be their 4th team foul already. That one is on number 22. That is Jaquan Applewhite. And Ben James checks out. Will Lape back in. Don's only down by 4 now. Cross-court pass to Haygood. Back to Elliott. Now to Lowry. In the corner lane, Allen. Going to take it to the hole. His shot short. And a rebound underneath is by Devin Alfonso. His shot blocked out of bounds.
Well, over looking at Saxony Lutheran score, it's 2-2. They started a few minutes later than us, not much, but a slow scoring affair there.
Is that they playing the junior varsity
yes,
first?
Yes, they are. Yep.
Okay. Corey Haygood with a nice crossover. Out to Lowry. He's going to dribble into the paint. Over to Harley Elliott. He fakes the shot and gives it to Lane Allen. His shot blocked, but he goes right back to Elliott. Free throw line. Now out on the right wing. And Tyler Lowry puts up the little floater. And he's got 5 points, and it's 9-7, Sikeston. Thomas with the ball, and the ball batted into the back court. And it's loose on the floor. And Tyler Lowry rolls over the ball. Nice job there to Haygood. Haygood's going to take it down. He puts it up and in. Great hustle there by, was that Lowry or Alfonso?
Well, Alfonso tipped it, and Lowry ended up
on the
rolling
floor
over on top of it, yeah.
9-9. Don's on a 7-0 run here in the JV game. And we're going to have an illegal screen called on number 44, Jaharis Goodwin. And that's five team fouls already on Sikeston. And with the score 9-9, we're going to have a timeout with 1:38 to go in the first quarter. We'll take another 30-second break, and we'll be right back after this message.
Davis True Value is proud to sponsor the Dons and Donettes for another exciting ball season. Just like the Dons and Donettes, Davis True Value knows hard work wins the game. They are your selection, service, and savings destination hardware store, serving the area with paint, plumbing, electrical, lawn and garden, and housewares. Your local True Value hardware with so much more. From window repair to chainsaw sharpening, we are the store of first choice. Behind every project is a True Value.
True Value.
Well, the Dons on a 7-0 run have tied the game at 9-all with 1:38 to go in the first quarter. And it will be Don's ball after a illegal screen called on Jaharis Goodwin of the Bulldogs. Full court pressure by Sikeston. Inbounds pass comes in the corner to Lowry. Over to Elliott. Now back to Haygood. Bounces up in the front court to Lane Allen. And he throws it to Haygood. Over to Elliott. There's Lowry dribbling baseline. He tries to hit Alfonso, and it's stolen away, and the ball being kicked around there by number 22, Applewhite. Sikeston comes away with it. And number 4, Ben James back in the game. Another three-pointer put up by Lape, no good. Corey Haygood with the rebound. Haygood met by the double team. Free throw line out to Harley Elliott. His three's on the way, no good. And James gets the rebound. He heads up the floor, ball knocked away. Alfonso almost had another steal. Over to Thomas on the left wing for Sikeston. Backs it out. Gives it to Patterson. Back to Thomas on the left wing again. Now it goes on the right wing to Will Lape. They get it free throw line to James. Back to Patterson. Over to Thomas. Three-pointer. It rims out. And it's going to be an offensive rebound. And the shot back up and good by Patterson. That breaks a 7-0 run by the Dons. 11-9. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Lane Allen on the baseline. Dribbles into a double team. Almost knocked away out to Haygood. Wide open three up, and it's good. That puts the Dons up 12-11. They get the ball down to Thomas, and it's going to be a long three-pointer put up at the buzzer off the glass, no good. So after trailing 9-2, the Dons have a 12-11 lead at the end of the first quarter in this junior varsity game, which we are only playing a half of. And we will take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back with more Dons basketball.
We see the potential of her and him and you, of where you're from and what you can accomplish. Because when you set your mind to it, there's nothing you can't do. But reaching your potential isn't just about achieving your goals. It's about helping others, supporting your neighbors, building your community, and investing in people that make a difference. Like her, and him, and you. Because when you're from here, that's just what you do. And from here, we can do anything.
Keith Bowman and Dalton Pennington back here for second quarter action. The junior varsity game. The Dons lead 12-11 at the end of the first quarter. Marcus Sanders, Ben James, Will Lape. I have to wait to turn around and see a couple of numbers here. Number 5, Kobe Thomas, and number 40, and that is Malachi Davis. Dons fall back into a 2-3 zone. Thomas head of the key over on the left side. Lapes hit 1-3 earlier. He's missed a couple. Offensive rebound underneath by Davis. He missed it, and going high to get the rebound is going to be number 24, Marcus Sanders. The Dons had inside position, but they didn't get a good enough body on him to get the over-the-back foul. Cross-court pass, Haygood. Dribbles to the left wing. Out front, Lowry. Back to Haygood on the left side. Back out front to Lowry. Free throw line to Elliott. Out to Lane Allen. Three-pointer up and no good. And the ball tipped out. And Lape's going to bring it up for Sikeston. Over on the right side to Thomas. Got it deep on the right wing. Backs it out and they restart. Lape over to James on the left wing. Back out front, they swing it, and Lape's going to try another one, and it's no good again, but another offensive rebound. And Dons were doing a pretty good job on the boards, but here to start the second quarter, they haven't done very well. And a pass to Devin Alfonso from Lane Allen. That one definitely had a little too much mustard on it.
Yeah, me to you from him passing it 90 mile an hour. We do have an update on the Donettes game over at Saxony Lutheran. The JV have taken an 8-6 lead. They don't have a clock. They're not as sophisticated as Matt is back there. So
there's several of those live streams that have to do that. And I don't know. I can't figure out why they can get the score, but they can't get the clock.
Well, it looks like they're doing like an embedded screen here.
Oh, yeah.
They're manually inputting it. But anyway.
Oh, a three-pointer up by Ben James is good. That's his first 3 points. And Sikeston has scored the first 7 points of this quarter to take an 18-12 lead. Lane Allen in the lane to Elliott. The ball goes off his hands, but he's able to regain it. But then he's taken away by Sanders, and he goes down and lays it up. He missed it. Thomas looked like he went over the back there, and Sikeston's going to end up getting the ball. They shoot it again and miss it. Another offensive rebound, and it's put in by Malachi Davis. Well, the Dons did a pretty good job in the first quarter rebounding.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happened here in the second quarter, but Haygood with a side step. Puts it up the left hand, no good. And we're going to have a foul called on Devin Alfonso, pushing off on the rebound. 4 minutes and 54 seconds left in this half of a basketball game, and it's a 20-12 lead. The Sikeston has scored 9 points to the Dons none here in the second quarter. Thomas over to Lape, thought about it. Back out front to James. Back to Lape, he's open again, gonna try it again, and it missed again. And that time Lane Allen done a nice job boxing out Marcus Sanders. And Haygood's gonna be fouled by Thomas. Thomas was trying to anticipate the way that Haygood was gonna go there, and He got there a little bit late. Haygood almost lost it. Gets it over to Lowry in the lane. Out to Haygood. Nice ball movement. 3 up and no good. And Ben James with the rebound for Sikeston, and he runs it right up the middle of the floor and down low. Nice catch with one hand. That was by number 40, Davis, and he missed the shot, but Sikeston keeps working. And we're going to have a foul, and this time Ben James is going to get to go to the free throw line. That foul was on Lane Allen, his first.
That's weird. The official asked to swap out the basketball.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, that's maybe like the situation at, where was that, Gonzaga in North Carolina, where they played half a basketball with a men's basketball and a women's game. Is that Gonzaga in North Carolina?
I don't know. I don't think I heard about that.
Yeah, that was about a month ago.
James makes the second free throw. He's got 4 points, and it's 21-12. And we're going to have a foul called against Patterson. And again, they reset the fouls, so all those fouls they got in the first quarter didn't help the Dons get into the bonus here because only playing a half, they reset them at the start of the second quarter. And a bad pass by Harley Elliott, but he's going to get it back. And I guess he lost out of bounds. Looks like they're pointing Sikeston's way. It looked like it got knocked out of his hands, but they had a better look at it than we did. He was standing right there.
Donets now with a 10-9 lead over at Saxony.
And we got a foul underneath on the Dons as they lobbed it again down to Davis. That one's on Corey Haygood.
Make that a 12-9.
And we got another timeout with 3:47 to go in the ball game. It's 21-12 in favor of Sikeston. We'll just keep it here. You say the JV Donets are up 12-9.
Yeah, it looked like Saxony just scored there. Like I said, I don't have any audio, of course, so I've got my headphones on, and the scoreboard's a little delayed, so it did go 12-11 there.
Well, you know, a lot of these live streams don't have announcers anyway.
Right.
I don't know. I think their varsity does. I don't know about their JV, but I think their varsity does have an announcer. So it's 21-12. Dons have yet to score here in this second quarter after leading at 12-11.
After answering a 9-0 run with one of their own. And looks like we're just going to have a bunch of 9-0 run games because that's what this has been.
Well, we need one right now. That would tie us up. But we've only got 3:47 left in the ball game, so going to have to get something going here real quick. It's going to be Sikeston's ball underneath their own basket. And it's going to be James to inbound it, and wide open underneath in front of the basket is Kobe Thomas to get his first 2 points. They stay in the full court pressure. Dons have done a pretty good job breaking it by passing it back and forth. They just haven't got much going on when they got it down to the front court here in the second quarter. Haven't gotten anything going, as a matter of fact. Ball's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Dons. Lowry inbounds it to Haygood. Throws it in the corner. Lowry fakes the three. Now he's going to drive baseline, and he passes it over to Alfonso, and the ball hits him in the knee. That pass was a little bit low by Lowry. And it'll be Sikeston ball as it went off of Alfonso's knee. Thomas gives it to James, bounces free throw line, and the ball slipped out of Sanders' hand as he tried to throw it on the wing to Patterson and went out of bounds right in the Sikeston bench. It'll be Don's ball. And we've played 4 minutes now almost, and the Dons have not scored in this second quarter. Haygood in the corner, Elliott dribbles baseline, little floater, too hard, and the rebound by Sanders. And here comes Thomas, and dribbling into the paint, knocked away, and again it was Lowry, and then Don stole it right back. Thomas, he'll give it up to Ben James. James cross-court pass, Patterson. Right back to James on the left wing. Pass down low, ball's tipped away, but it's saved in bounds. And a baseball pass back out front to James by Sanders. Davis. Clock running down here in this game. 2:20 left. And a beautiful pass down low as the Dons got out of position there. And Malachi Davis scores again. He's got 8 points. Now it's 25-12. If I remember right, last night the JV game, the score was like 20-12 or something like that, the final in the half of the game. Lowry tries to throw it off of the leg of one of the Sikeston players. It went out of bounds, but Coach Dilbeck called a timeout before. We got a 1 minute timeout, so we'll take a break this time. 25-12 in favor of Sikeston. Be back in 1 minute.
We're for road trips. We're for hitting up Arthur Bryant's for lunch and making it to Lambert's for dinner. We're for drop tops, T-tops, classics, cruisers, steel horses, and real horses. Have you ever hit a deer? Yep, we're for you too. We're for getting stuck in traffic and 6-lane freeways that aren't so free. We're for Missouri license plates. No, medals of pride. Like us, no two roads are alike, but we're all connected. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missouri driver, we're for you.
I am Doug Green, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Agent, and if you're in Ripley County, I've got you covered.
We are back at Doniphan High School, and the Dons played a pretty good first quarter, but they have not scored a point in this quarter, and they've been outscored 14-0 in about 5 minutes of play on the clock, and we've only got 1:59 left in the game. And if you're just joining us, the reason I said in the game we're only playing 2 quarters, as the Dons only have 5 players, so kind of hard to play any more than that. Haygood with a nice move, and he's going to be fouled as he put it up with the left hand, and he'll get a couple free throws. And Will Lape is coming to the scores table to check back in after this first free throw.
Update on that Donetsk game. They've now stretched the lead to 7, lead 20-13 over at Saxony. Remember, they're only playing 2 quarters as well there, so this one's got to be close to be winded down just like ours is.
Does it tell do they have the quarter on there?
It has the quarter on there, but it doesn't have the time.
Well, Corey Haygood finally gets the Dons on the boards here from the free throw line in his second quarter, and he makes both free throws. He has 7 points, and it makes it 25-14. Dons in a 2-2-1. Thomas over to James. He throws a baseball pass up the floor, and we got a travel called, and that was going to be on Sanders, number 24. And Lape was getting ready to throw up another one. He's made one. First one he shot, but he's missed 6 or 7 since then. And a beautiful pass there from Lane Allen over to Devin Alfonso, and he gets his first bucket. Dons have done pretty well when they broke the press and got the ball down there. 25-16. Cross-court pass, and it's going to be too high for Lape. And to save the turnover, Sikeston coach calls a timeout. I'm not really sure what his name is. I have the list of all their coaches, but they've got 4 of them sitting down there.
It's like a group of college coaches.
The third guy over is Hollifield. He's their varsity coach. He's been there for years, and I'm not really sure which one it is, so we'll just say the Sikeston coach calls a timeout. Actually, Lape had saved that pass, I think, from going out of bounds. And it's probably a good thing, because if he'd have turned around, Lane Allen was coming at him, and they had a man wide open on the other side. So the Dons have scored 4 in a row, but the bad thing that happened at the first of this quarter, they were outscored 14-0 before they got any points on the board. So it'll be Sikeston's ball, and it'll be Ben James throwing it in right at the end of the Sikeston bench in the front court. Kobe Thomas goes way back in the back court, and they throw it into him down on the Doniphan's end. Don's reaching that trap out, trying to trap. Sikeston has done a pretty good job of staying out of the trap for the most part. They try to run a little clock here, and James almost lifted that pivot foot up. Lape in the corner, back out front to James. Dribbles up to the three-point line, bounces on the baseline. Cross-court baseball pass to Thomas. He's going to take it in. His floater's up short. Another offensive rebound by Sikeston. They miss it, and Thomas is going to come up with another offensive rebound. And he hands it off to Ben James, and he puts a little shot up from about 2 or 3 feet out to make it 27-16. 30 seconds to go. Lowry on the right wing. Penetrates, gives it to Lane Allen for three, and it rattles out and back in. 5 points for Lane Allen, 27-19. And we're going to have a foul over on the sideline by the Dons. That one is on Lowry.
It was 30. Gave it to Corey Haygood.
Oh, did he give it Haygood?
Yep.
Okay. I don't think it makes any difference, does it? Because
No,
neither team's going to get in the bonus when they're switching
yeah.
it every quarter.
Yeah.
10 seconds to go. Lape with the basketball. He's got to get some help or he should get a 5-second call. He couldn't stand there and hold it or he would have turned it over. Gets it to Thomas. Lowry trying to tie him up, and that's the buzzer. And our final score in this one half of the JV game is 27-19. And I'll run the scoring down real quick for you, and we'll give you an update on the JV girls game here in just a minute. And then we'll take a break before we get set for the varsity game. Ben James had 6 points. Kobe Thomas 2. 3 for Will Lape. 6 for Marcus Sanders. 2 for Isaiah Jimerson Patterson. And 8 points for Malachi Davis. And they were 3 for 4 from the free throw line. The Dons only shot 2, made both of them. And for the Dons, it was Tyler Lowry with 5. 2 for Devin Alfonso. A 5 for Lane Allen. And 7 points for Corey Haygood. So our finals is 27-19 in a one half of a JV game. And Dalton, what we got on the JV girls game?
They're hanging at an 8-point lead. It's 24-16. Both teams, it looks like the Donettes have thrown it away 3 or 4 times in a row. But Saxony's done the same thing as well. Donettes are getting some steals at half court. It looks like Saxony's going to line to shoot 2 here. But that looks like that game is winding down the way Saxony's kind of playing with a little bit of urgency. I'm not sure.
Well, we'll have a final on that when we come back.
I'm sure we will.
And the varsity game will probably start pretty close together with the boys here. So 27-19, Sikeston wins the JV game in 2 quarters.
That game is over right now. It finished 24-16.
Okay.
They're shaking hands.
And similar scores we had here.
Yep, very similar.
Well, the Dons take the floor, so we got 15 minutes on the clock. So we'll be back in about 7 or 8 minutes to do the pregame for the varsity boys game. Welcome back, everybody. Keith Bowman and Dalton Pennington back at Doniphan High School. We're getting set for varsity action. And the Dons are playing Sikeston. And the only score we have where they played Sikeston was last year at Sikeston. And Sikeston won 74-62. And Matt's been going back all the way to like 2008, 2009. So I assume we haven't played them any other time since then except for last year. And this game was at Sikeston. And Sikeston won at 74-62. And they come in here, you said ranked 5th in the state. The new polls came out today.
Well, I haven't seen them in the new polls, but I know that when Cagle and I talked today, he came into my room and he said, yeah, they're not just getting votes, they're number 6. So
okay, number 6.
Yeah.
Well, the new poll came out today because I seen it earlier, but I did not look at the Class 5 boys. I know the girls, Doniphan girls, still ranked 3rd in the state, so they did not get penalized by losing to the number 2 ranked team in the state in Class 1, and probably maybe should be the number 1 ranked team in Class 2. But anyway, this game coming up here, Sikeston made the long haul up here to play the Dons, and they have a record. Oh, you've got the records there, and of both teams, and that if you want to go through that.
Yeah, I can. Sikeston, as Keith was saying, they're coming into the Bill L. Wright Gymnasium with a 17-7 record. The Dons at 17-8. Very, very similar there. That puts Sikeston at a 70.8% win percentage and the Dons at a 68. Sikeston has 5-3 home record, 4-2 away, and an 8-2 and a neutral tourney record. Looking at the Dons, we talked about this kind of a little bit last night. The Dons have kind of struggled at home, not playing well. They've got a 5-1 away record and a 9-2 tournament record, but they're sitting at only 3-5 at home. So the Dons have struggled a little bit on their home court and have done a much better job playing on the road, which, looking at basketball, that's typically not how things work out. Sikeston's averaging about 70.9 points per game. The Dons only at a 60.2. Sikeston allows 57.6, and the Dons allow 56.2. So Sikeston has a plus minus of about 13, and the Dons with the plus minus of about 4 points over their opponents. As Keith said, they are number 6, or we talked about they are number 6 in Class 5, so one class above us. They're sitting at number 6. The Dons, I don't know about in this most recent poll if they got any votes. They did get some in the time before last.
I don't think they have.
But I don't think so. We've kind of gone on a stretch here, and I've got those schedules here we can look at. They've got kind of on a little dry spell here as far as some wins, and have lost some close ones. Probably since that Greenville game, we've been on a little bit of a skid. So
okay.
Anyway,
I've got here the common opponents.
Okay.
They've had 4 teams that they have both played, and Sikeston has won all 4 that they've played. They've Crothersville, Dexter, Kennett, and Portageville, and the Dons have defeated Kennett and Portageville. Matter of fact, they beat Kennett twice, and then the Dons lost to Dexter and lost to Crothersville. So they're 2-2. The Dons are, and Sikeston's 4-0 against common opponents. So,
what were the scores of that Kennett game? Does it have
well, the first Kennett game at Bloomfield, the Dons won 75-59, and Sikeston won by 39, said 92-53. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Dons got their work cut out for them. They're going to have to play probably their best game of the year here to stay in this thing tonight.
Yeah, and we did talk about Sikeston is without one of their kind of big players.
Yeah,
that we had seen. Yeah, kind of big, 6'10", nothing all that special. 6'10", big fella is not going to be playing for him. I believe he's not with them.
He actually got kicked off the team.
Did he? Okay, yeah. So not going to be with them, even postseason play, it doesn't look like. But I imagine beating some of the teams the way they have, I'm pretty sure that they'll probably be just fine and make those adjustments and kind of just tick on.
I would imagine so. What do you got there?
Well, I was looking at, we're actually 2-2 figuring in the Greenville. We lost to Alton pretty heavily, but then we won against Neelyville and Kennett last night. So Sikeston's coming in. They did come off a loss. 2-17 was the last game, so they may be a little bit rusty. They haven't had a game since last week, which I guess isn't super common because we shouldn't have played Monday night. We normally don't play. They normally play Tuesdays and Fridays. So they've been sitting out since 2-17. And they dropped that game to Jackson by a score of 44-62. So it'll kind of be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, if I remember right, I think Jackson's boys are ranked, and they may be Class 6. I can't remember if they're 5 or 6.
I believe Jackson is 6. I think they play up there with Bluff.
And I think Cape Central is 5, if I remember right. And their Cape Central boys are ranked way up there too.
Actually, I can look at the Jackson one. Yeah, they're Class 6 District 1, and Jackson is 17-8, and it looks like they've played some pretty tough competition as well.
That was another thing. Sikeston plays a lot of good teams, plays some of them out of the St. Louis and up in that area, along with Charleston and Jackson and Cape Central and all those teams. So
Jackson is 17-8 and has 4 losses to Cape Central. So that's a team beating you pretty consistent. And then one of them's the Westminster Christian, and they did take a loss to New Madrid, which is kind of surprising. Which New Madrid is good, but I wouldn't have expected necessarily that outcome.
Well, we are set for the national anthem, so we will take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back to give you the starters for the Sikeston Bulldogs and the Doniphan Dons.
Hometown Pharmacy is your one-stop pharmacy for all of your medical needs. Our pharmacists provide shots for flu, pneumonia, and shingles all in this pharmacy with no appointment necessary. Refills can be requested online or through our app, and delivery is available if you live within the city limits. Transferring prescriptions is easy, so come by or give us a call, and our friendly staff will take care of everything. Come experience the difference a hometown pharmacy can make on LaRue Street in Doniphan.
At Mathis Timber, our goal is to provide our landowners with the greatest possible financial return on their timber lands, while not damaging young timber or leaving your property in a mess. We have served Ripley County and the surrounding areas since 1939. We will buy your timber on lump sum total or percentage. We have several references upon request. Contact Craig Mathis at 573-429-0996 and see how Mathis Timber can assist you with all your timber harvesting needs.
The housing market is hot and interest rates are so low, making it a great time to sell your house or look for your new home. Either way, Taylor Schleif with United Country American Realty in Doniphan is there for you. Check out her listings online and be assured that Taylor will be with you every step of the way, making the process easier and more enjoyable for you. Come see her at their office in Oak Tree Village or schedule an appointment by calling 996-6786. Taylor Schleif and United Country American Realty, coming soon to a closing near you.
All right, it's time for the starters. First of all, for the Sikeston Bulldogs, they are coached by Greg Hollifield, and Hollifield, one of the best coaches in the state, been there a long time, and he's been around coaching for a long time. He will start a 6-foot sophomore, number 0, Tristan Wiggins, a 6'4" junior, number 1, Don Trez Williams, Chris Artis, a 6'1" sophomore, number 2, and number 23, LaCarrion McCray, a 6'1" sophomore, and Creighton Sarakas, a 5'10" senior. Dalton, he's starting 3 sophomores on his varsity.
Yeah, Coach Cagle said that when they came to our jamboree back in November, he said that Cagle said, man, you guys are really experienced, so on and so forth. He said, well, not really. He said, we're starting 3 sophomores. And so Cagle seems to think that they're going to be good for a long time. And I would imagine if this group is your core and they're just sophomores, you got 2 more years out of them. So it's going to be some good experience that they're picking up this year, but kind of crazy to think about how good they could be next year and even the year after.
No joke, as well as they've been doing this year.
Yeah.
Well, the Dons will start J.D. Burton, Isaac Rawlings, Emmett Jones, Max Owen, Cam Barton. And Sikeston will go from left to right, and it will be Dontrez Williams jumping against Cam Barton. And we are set for varsity action here, and we will try to keep up with the girls' game for you. They should be starting here pretty close to the same time. Their JV game got over with about the same time that ours did. And Sikeston controls, and J.D. Burton went for a steal right off the bat, and they missed a layup. But coming and following up is number 1, Dontrez Williams. So he got the tip. And J.D. Burton went for a steal, didn't get it. And number 23, McCray, missed the layup. Cam Barton's going to dribble baseline. He's going to take it in, and he scored. That's a good way to start the game because Cam's been struggling with his shooting quite a bit here in the last few games. Long three-pointer put up, no good. And that was by Williams. And here comes J.D. Burton. Passes over to Max Owen. Stops and shoots a 3. It's good. And the Dons off to a quick start. They lead it 5-2. We've only played about 40 seconds. Wiggins out front. Don's playing a 2-3 zone. Back over to Artis. Back to Wiggins. And playing a two-man front against the zone. In the corner. Long three-pointer put up. That was by number 24. That is Sarakas. He missed it, but an offensive rebound. And a three from the other side. And that's by McCray. No good. And getting the rebound is Emma Jones for the Dons. Sikeston's going to press even off a missed shot. Emma Jones has the ball knocked away. And Artis is going to go down. He almost lost it. And he lays it up and in. Boy, you're not going to be able to be loose with the basketball.
No.
Emma Jones gives it to J.D. Burton. Bounces ahead to Max Owen in the corner. He is double teamed. Gives it to Emma Jones. Jones turns and goes up, and we're going to have a foul. And I believe that's going to be on number 0, but we will wait and see. It's going to be Tristan Wiggins, and it's going to be 2 shots coming for Emmett Jones. And the Dons lead at 5-4. Oh, they're going to say they're not shooting?
Oh.
Well, it looked like to me it was going up.
Yeah, that's kind of
Coach
what I
Cagle
thought.
was wondering about it.
Spun in the lane, and it looked like he was going to put a turnaround jumper.
Inbounds to J.D. Burton. Out front, Max Owen, a quick 3. It's good again. Well, it's good to see Max get off to a good start.
Right.
8-4 Don. Bringing the ball up's Artis. They take it over on the left side to McCray. He hands it back to Wiggins. Wiggins between the circle. Back to McCray. Now cross court to Chris Artis. In the corner to Sarakas. Now to Williams on the right wing. In the lane, turnaround jumpers put up, and it's good by Tristan Wiggins. 8-6 Dons with 5:50 left in the first quarter. Emmett Jones gets it to Rawlings up ahead. Don's doing a good job here. Max Owens dribbles baseline. He lays it in. If they can get it down there and get it like a 3-on-2, the Don's got a pretty good shot at getting a score. McCray left wing, out to Wiggins. Dribbles up to the head of the key, down into the paint, elevates, and the shot is up, and we're going to have a foul.
Well, I talked to Coach Cagle today, and he said that Sikeston's going to run that 2-2-1 press, and he said we normally have a pretty easy time breaking that. He said they're probably going to be a little more athletic than we've seen. He said, but we should get some easy buckets after you break the press, and that's exactly what's happened so far and why the Dons have a 4-point lead.
Tristan Wiggins makes the first free throw, and a substitution. Gray checks in, a 6'2 senior. He is number 30. Wiggins' second one is nothing but net. And he's got 4 points, and it's 10-8 Dons. And if the Dons can get it up the floor before they get trapped here, right before they get to half court, they'll be in pretty good shape. Emmett Jones gives it to Max Owen. Down low, and the ball is batted away. And Cam Barton was open, but he pass was just probably a little bit too late to get it to him.
What do you think the point is that Emmett helped bring it down? A little stronger, able to maybe kind of fight through that trap when they come up and trap at half court there?
Maybe so. When they get it in lane to Barton, and he's going to be fouled. He was getting ready to lay it in. I wish they hadn't fouled him there. That one is on 23, LaCarrion McCray.
Because you think your best ball handlers are going to be J.D. Burton, Isaac Rawlings, and Max Owen. But instead you got Emmett kind of helping bring it down, and they're doing a good job with it. I'm not saying that they're not, but it's just not the normal group.
I think the thing is he probably wants Max down there to try to finish him and Cam probably too.
Yeah, just
so
put some scores.
Because they've already done it 2 or 3 times.
That's true.
You know.
Very true.
J.D. Burton, head of the key. Down low, Emma Jones, turnaround jumper off the glass and in. I don't know. I think Sikeston might be a little surprised here. I mean, the Dons have started off really well. I don't know if they can maintain it, but McCray is going to dribble in, put up the floater, no good. Got his own rebound, kicks it back out, a long three-pointer up. It's no good. And that was by Williams. And a pass up the floor, and Williams is going to get the steal. And now Sikeston has numbers, and they lay it off to number 23. And that right there can't happen.
Right.
I mean, you had a chance to get a layup on the other end.
Yeah.
And you throw it away, and they end up getting a 5-on-1, really. Emma Jones gets it across the half line, and we're going to have another foul on Sikeston. It's going to be on Wiggins. That's 2 on him already.
Right. I think what's going to be kind of an uphill battle for the Dons are they going to have enough legs to be able to keep up this intensity all night, because Sikeston's quick, and they're fast, and they play you hard, but their bench much, much deeper than what the Dons
Max
have.
is open again, and he missed that one. And Kobe Thomas, who played in the JV game, is in replacing Tristan Wiggins for Sikeston. McCrae's going to step into a three, and it's good. That was a long one there. McCrae only a sophomore. Sikeston goes up 13-12. J.D. Burton into the front court. Cam Barton's going to drive in, tries to hit Max Owen. A pass intercepted. Here comes Dontrez Williams. And over on the other side,
good pass.
And that is going to be LaCarrion McCrae. And when you got the biggest guy on the floor for you leading the fast break, that shows you're pretty talented. And the Dons should get a layup here. Oh, they call a block as Cam Barton went up, and it was Dontrez Williams again. And that should be a charge, and it is. And that was going to be on Williams. And it was Emmett Jones who drew the foul. As we got Corey Haygood, number 30, and Luke Emmons, number 5, coming in for the Dons. And also number 4, Ben James, who also played in the JV game, coming in for Sikeston. He replaces Chris Artis.
Likes to shoot it, too.
You're not going to see number 1 come out of the game very much, I don't think. 15-12, Dons trail by 3. They've had a couple of chances down here, but hadn't been able to get the shot off. And Isaac Rollins' pass goes right through his hands. And that's the kind of plays you can't make with a team that you know is going to score a lot of points probably anyway. I mean, they've already got 15. We still got 3:15 to go in the first quarter. Dons are usually pretty good defensively, but this team is very athletic, and I'm not really sure how well they shoot the ball from the outside, even though McCrae hit that long one a while ago. Williams has it out front, and there's the three put up, and it's good. And that's Ben James. And then he played in the JV game, and I think he only scored 6 points in the JV game, but he comes in, hits the three right off the bat, and Rawlings has it knocked away. Gets it back to Emmett Jones. Jones has it stolen. That looked like a foul there, and Kobe Thomas is going to lay it in. And Coach Cagle all over the official. That looked like a foul there. Emmett Jones right in the middle to Max Owen, and Max going to take it down and lay it in. Max already got 10 points. And a pass down the floor, and Williams lays it in. And he beat everybody down the floor. And we got a timeout, 22-14, Sikeston on top, 2:18 to go first quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Davis True Value is proud to sponsor the Dons and Donettes for another exciting ball season. Just like the Dons and Donettes, Davis True Value knows hard work wins the game. They are your selection, service, and savings destination hardware store, serving the area with paint, plumbing, electrical, lawn and garden, and housewares. Your local True Value hardware with so much more. From window repair to chainsaw sharpening, we are the store of first choice. Behind every project is a True Value.
True Value.
Well, I was just talking a minute ago about, the Dons are only giving up, 56 points a game?
Right.
They're going to be halfway there in the first quarter.
Right.
They've got 2:22 already with 2:18 to go. The Dons are they've got to take care of the ball and quit giving up the easy layup. And then they scored and give up a layup on the other end. You can't do that. Dons with the ball, they trail 22-14. J.D. Barton going to give it to Emmett Jones between the circles. And we got a foul on Corey Haygood away from the ball. He called that? Is that what he called, or he called 3 seconds? Oh, he called 3 seconds.
Well, he's saying Corey was in the lane, but when he made the call, Corey was standing at the free throw line. He may have been half in, half out, but he was at the top.
That's probably what it was. He probably had a heel in there. And again, another turnover on the Dons, and jumper put up by Williams, no good. J.D. Burton with the rebound. Gives the ball back to Emmett Jones. Up to Corey Haygood. Haygood, crossover dribble, out to J.D. Three-pointer by J.D. Burton. It's no good. And Kobe Thomas gets the rebound, heads down, out in the corner. McCrae takes it in, sidesteps the defender, missed the shot, and Luke Emmons gets the rebound. Sarakas is getting ready to check back in. Max got to get it across. And Emmett Jones comes to the free throw line, goes up, and they're stripped again. Man. They're going to have to be strong. If they're not going to get fouled, they're going to have to get stronger with the ball. Turnaround jumper is up and it's short. Ball tipped around. That was Williams again. And the ball tipped out to Corey Haygood. Haygood throws it ahead to Emma Jones. He's going to drive into the paint. And we're going to have a foul. We got a couple of subs coming in. That foul is going to be on Gray. Oh my gosh, here we got 4. Wiggins is checking back in. Artis is checking back in. And number 44 is Morgan McCauley, a 6'4 senior. And number 24, Sirakas, back in as well.
Well, and looking over at the Donettes game, the varsity game's just getting started there, about 5 minutes behind us. Donettes lead by a score 4-1.
Max Owen, turnaround jumper from the free throw line, no good. And Williams with a rebound, and he's going to bring it to the other end. They better watch the other side. And he puts the floater up, no good. He tips it up himself, and the ball tipped back to him. And on the third time, he missed it again. And the Dons are just not getting the rebound. And luckily, it went out off of Artis as Isaac Rawlins coming in for the Dons. And he's going to replace Max Owen. Well, the Dons have got Cam Barton back in as well. I started to say the Dons really small now with both of them out of the game. And the inbounds pass is intercepted. And the shot put up by Wiggins, no good, and a good job by Emma Jones to get number 2, Chris Artis, on his back. And that is team foul number 6 already on Sikeston with 26 seconds left in the first quarter. Haygood gives it back to Rawlings. Rawlings still in the back court in the middle of the floor. Don's doing a good job of getting that ball in the middle. And Emma Jones goes down. His shot partially blocked. And McCauley gets the rebound. Gives it to Wiggins. Wiggins is going to lob up, and the tip is no good. And the ball's loose on the floor, picked up by Rawlings with 4 seconds to go. And I don't think he knows how much time's left. And they're not going to get a shot off. And that will be the end of the first quarter. Sikeston on top, 22-14. And nobody scored there for the last couple of minutes.
Right.
There was 2 minutes something when we had the score. They called timeout. So it's 22-14 at the end of one. Sikeston on top. Be back in 1 minute.
We're for worrying less about the what ifs and more about the why nots. We're for checking off your bucket list and then making a new one. We're for starting a family, a business, a tradition. And if you find yourself starting over, we're here for that too. We're for doing as much as you possibly can on a Saturday and absolutely nothing on a Sunday. We're for building a life in Missouri and going out and living it. And when it comes to making sure everything you build is protected, we're here for you. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we are Missouri for life.
I'm Lindsay Turner, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're in Ripley County, I've got you covered.
Our score 22-14 at the end of one. The Dons trail Sikeston. Sikeston already on the floor. They have Artis, Wiggins, Williams, Sorokas, and McCauley. And the Dons will send out Rawlings, Barton, Owens, and Jones. And the Dons will have the first possession down by 8. Sikeston looks like they're playing a 1-3-1 zone. Rawlings on the right wing, out front to Max Owen. Over on the left side to Burton. Cross court, Max wide open. He fakes and going to take it in and reverse layup up, and he got caught under, and we're going to have a foul on Cam Barton going over the back.
Looking at the Donettes score 6-3. Donettes are doing a great job defensively. I haven't seen Saxony take a good look at their end. They've gone to the free throw line twice. They're not really doing a great job scoring against the Donettes, but the Donettes aren't scoring either. So sitting at 6-3, make that. Nope, 6-3 still.
Williams with it on the left wing. Back on the right side, Sirakas. And he's going to launch a three. It's no good. And McCauley gets the long rebound. Actually, it is going to be Artis who picks it up off the floor. Going to bring it back out front to Sirakas. He's going to shoot a long three-pointer. It's short. Ball tipped around, and it's loose on the floor, and it's going to be picked up by Rawlings of the Dons. He's going to get it across the half line. Back to Burton. Over right side to Rawlings. Rawlings goes in, little jumper up and good by Isaac Rawlings. 22-16, quickly up the floor. Sarakas gives it to Williams. He fakes the three, goes to the left elbow, jumper up, no good. And Max didn't block him out. He went and got the rebound and put it in. And another timeout. Max was guarding him, and he shot it, and he didn't put a body on him. And Williams is able to get it and put it back in.
Even Max right there where they go to that huddle, he kind of put his hand on his chest saying that's on me. So I think even Max realized that was his guy, needed to put a body on him.
Well, Coach Cagle calls another timeout. And the Dons were actually up 12-11 at one time here. And since that point, they've been outscored 12-5, and it's an 8-point lead here in the second quarter for the Sikeston Bulldogs. And where the girls are still stuck on 6-3.
Still stuck on 6-3, and like I said, they're getting it down there, and they're getting some looks. They just can't get anything to go in, and Saxony has forced some turnovers. But the Donettes struggling to score, but they're playing kind of Donette basketball on defense, and so Saxony's not getting really any looks either. So it just kind of stuck at 6-3 even still.
Be kind of good to build that lead when you're stopping them.
Right.
You don't want to let anybody hang around. Have a long bus ride over there to Saxony. Well, it will be Don's ball, trailing 24-16 with 6:35 left in the first half. Both teams have scored a bucket here in the second quarter. 2-2-1 full court press by the Bulldogs. Isaac Rawlings gives it back to Emmett Jones. Jones will get it across the half line. Max Owen lobs it down low to Barton. Reverse layup, good. The Dons can do that about every time if they can get it down there and keep it away from the quick hands of the Bulldogs. 24-18. Williams wants to shoot that ball, and he gives it in the lane, and the shot put up no good. And that was by Wiggins, and he gets his own rebound and puts it in, and they're killing the Dons on the boards, basically shooting until they make it, just about. Max Owen hits Rawlings. Rawlings dribbles in, pass underneath to Jones. Quick hands, knock it away, and they go to the other end, and Artis is going to lay it up, and it's good, and he's fouled. And that's going to be the second foul on Max. You got to be smarter than that. I mean, I know you don't want him to make the bucket, but you give him the bucket and the foul.
Yeah.
You don't want to pick up another foul, because if he comes out, the Dons are really hurting on offense, and he may be coming out right now. Chris Artis, that was his fourth point. Now Emmett Jones is going to check out, so Owen's going to stay in with two fouls. And it's 28-18, and a free throw coming for Chris Artis. And he's another one of those sophomores for Sikeston.
6-6 now, and neither side really doing any scoring still.
Free throw no good. Barton with the rebound. And Sikeston picks up even after a missed shot. Pass over to Rawlings. Baseline to Barton. Dribbles baseline. Now he's double teamed. Back out front. Intercepted. And that's Williams, and he'll take it all the way. And that's going to be a charge. And J.D. Burton, actually, I wonder if they would have called a walk if they hadn't called anything there. You cannot pass the ball to yourself, and I see them do it all the time. Even if they shoot and it don't hit the rim, you go on the other side and catch it. That's still, I don't know. If it hits the backboard, maybe not. But anyway, J.D. gets the second foul on Williams. So Sikeston has Wiggins and Williams with two fouls apiece. If they could get the third one on them, that would really be good here in the first half. Barton dribbles to the baseline, and it's taken away by Williams. Got a man wide open up the floor. Artis goes down, lays it in. Dons they just let them knock it out of their hand. They're not strong enough with the basketball. They get it down low to Barton, and he puts it in. And again, like I said, if the Dons get it up there quick enough, and at the other end, McCray fakes the three, dribbles to the baseline, throws it out front. Williams, three-pointer up and good. Dons work their tail off to get two, and then go back the other end. They hit a three.
With ease.
33-20. 4:40 left first half. And J.D. Burton throws a bad pass. James back in, McCauley back in, and Thomas back in. And they are going to give Williams a rest. He's got 2 fouls, so. See, McCray and Sarakas stay in the game. 4.5 minutes left in the first half. Don's down by 13. Thomas dribbles in, kicks it to Sarakas in the corner. In the lane, McCray goes down, puts it up off the glass and in. That's just too easy. McCray's got 9 points already, and it's a 15-point lead. And the Dons had a 12-11 lead at one point. Emmett Jones drives down. He puts up a wild shot. Luke Emmons gets the offensive rebound out to Burton. Oh, you need to give it to, well, Haygood was wide open. Now Burton's wide open. His three's up, and it's good. Back at the other end with 3:50 to go. James has it out front over to Thomas. Thomas gets a screen from McCray. Gives it back to McCray. Now in the corner, Sarakas, three-pointer's good. Dons get one and they give it right back.
Keith, when's the last time you saw the Donettes only score 6 points in the first quarter?
Well, I don't think this year.
Yeah, or last.
Well, maybe they'll get loosened up here in a little bit. That is a long bus ride over there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad road, but it's a long bus ride. Haygood for three, and it's good. 38-26. Don's kind of hanging around, but they just can't get any stops down here on the other end. With 3:11 to go, and you said it's, well, the Donettes go up 7-6. They made a free throw.
No, 8-6 there.
Okay, then I guess they made 2 free throws.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, Kegel's now only with 2 timeouts, and we're not even here out of the first half.
Yeah, I wonder why he took the time out there after they scored. I know they do that sometimes, but when you're if you're already used to.
I'm wondering if it's just not to us being a little winded, maybe trying to catch a breather, trying to keep the momentum going. Got a little bit of couple possessions back-to-back where you've scored. I don't know.
Or maybe Sikeston had a man standing down there wide open because they've done that a couple times after the Dons have scored, shot a layup at the other end. Thomas, right wing, McCray. Dons are in man-to-man now. In the corner, Sarakas. Goes to the wing, fires a three. It's good again. Creighton Sarakas has got 2 threes the last 2 trips down the floor. J.D. Burton in the backcourt, crosses the half line. Reverses his dribble, takes it down to the paint, out to Max Owen, fakes the three. Cross court to Haygood, down the corner to Burton. In the middle of the lane, Jones goes in, puts it up, and no good. Ball tipped around, and it's going to be rebounded by Gray, who checked back in during that timeout. Gives it to McCray. Walk, a double dribble, something there. And they're going to get a three at the other end. James, there had to have been something there. Coach Cagle thought it was for sure. And just like that, a 12-point game is now to 18. Emmett Jones, shot up, no good, it won't go. Here comes McCray for Sikeston. He's going to take it all the way, and he lays it up and in, and he's fouled. They're just beating the Dons down the floor.
I think if you try the high school level, if you try the flop, I think that needs to be just an automatic foul. You know, if you make the bucket, you go to the line and shoot the extra. I don't think necessarily a technical like in the NBA, but I mean, I don't know.
Well, McCray's already got 11 points, and he's shooting for 12, the old-fashioned three-point play. It was a 12-point game. It was just a minute ago, and now it's a 21-point lead with that free throw from McCray. 47-26. Sikeston on pace for 100 or more right now. Burton fakes the three into the paint, going to floater, and that one stayed in. I'm surprised they have not been going in for the Dons, but that one did stay in the basket. Williams back in the ball game. Number 1. Artis, James, McCray, and Gray. Ball out front, Artis with it. Over to Williams, head of the key, McCray. Going to drive into the paint, kick it out to Williams, a long three-pointer, and it's good.
Wow.
That is 12 points now for McCray. And it is 50-28. And Emmett Jones trying to dribble through that double team. He kicked it right to Max Owen. Out to Isaac Rawlings, excuse me. I do that every once in a while. Artis with the rebound. Quickly into the front court. Going to take it all the way down. Shot up and offensive foul. Going to be on Chris Artis. And it's J.D. Burton draws it again. Might have to give me some more lemon drops before Friday. I know I said that last night, but Cam Barton and Corey Haygood back in for the Dons. And Luke Emmons and J.D. Burton check out.
Donette score on back-to-back possessions, making it 13-10. And thought they were going to get the turnover there, but going to stay Saxony's ball.
They're in the second quarter now.
In the second quarter, yep.
Isaac Rawlings dribbles to the baseline. It's taken away. And James picks it up before it goes out of bounds. Dribbles down, stops, pops, and that one's short. And we got a jump ball on the rebound. And it will stay on Sikeston's end with 34.2 seconds to go in the first half. James will trigger it. In the corner to Thomas. Now back to Williams, going to fire another three-pointer. Boy, he shoots it a lot. Another offensive rebound. That was Gray. Thomas takes it into the paint, stops, shoots, and no good. Ball tipped up, and another rebound. And it's put on this time by Gray. And the Dons just can't get a rebound. Haygood in the double team, gets it to Barton, and we're going to have a foul. That's going to send Max Owen to the free throw line with 4.2 to go. That one is on McCray. Sikeston has got some fouls now. They've got Wiggins, Williams, Artis, and McCray all with 2 fouls apiece. This will be the first free throws for the Dons in the first half. 52-28. The Donettes have opened up a little bit bigger lead, haven't they?
18-12.
And Max Owen scores his 11th point. Make it 52-29. Next one is good. And the Dons got 30 points, and that's about double that, about what they average, but they've almost given up as many points as they give up in a whole game.
Yeah. They average, like you said, 60.2 a game, and they're at 30, so.
They're right there.
They're right there, but.
Just haven't been able to stop Sikeston. Don's going to apply a little full court pressure, try to make it hard on Sikeston, get the ball in. They get it in the middle of the floor to McCray, and he's going to, oh my gosh! No. What in the world is Barton doing? You got to make him pass the ball.
Barton only had 1 foul on him. It wasn't like he was playing with 2 or 3 fouls there. I don't know. That was lapse in judgment there for sure.
Yeah.
Looking at the Donette score, it's looks like they just scored. It's going to be 20-12. Yep, 20-12 in the second quarter. They're about 3 or 4 minutes behind where we are. Looks like Saxony's going to get a fast break bucket there, make it 20-14. But the Donettes do look like they put a little bit of gap and are scoring a little bit better here in the second quarter.
Okay, we'll look at the scoring here. It's 54-30 in favor of Sikeston at the half. And Sikeston's scoring went this way. Tristan Wiggins has 6. Dontrez Williams 12. He's hit 2 3-pointers. 6 points for Chris Artis. 6 points for Ben James off the bench, and those were 2 3-pointers. Kobe Thomas has 2. And LaKerian McCray is leading Sikeston with 14 in the first half. He hit 1 3-pointer. Creighton Sorokas has 6. Those were both 3-point baskets. And Gray has 2. They were 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Not many free throw shots, 6 total. They were 3 of 4, and the Dons were 2 of 2, and those were by Max Owen right at the end of the half. On the Don side, J.D. Burton has 5. 2 points for Isaac Rawlings. Only 2 points for Emmett Jones in that first half. 12 for Max Owen. He hit a couple 3-pointers. 6 for Cam Barton. And Corey Haygood hit a three-pointer and has 3 points. Now, as I said right before the half ended, Sikeston a little bit of foul trouble, but 2 fouls in the first half, not really that bad. But they do have Wiggins, Williams, Artis, and McCray all have 2 fouls apiece. That's 4 of their starters. And on the Don side, Max Owens the only one with 2 points. Don's, I think, only committed 4 fouls in the first half. So they trail it 54-30. Going to have to figure out how to put some stops on the board here in the second half.
Well, and a lot of that is how many second chance looks, third chance, fourth chance looks has Sikeston got. They've done a good job defensively. They've gotten some takeaways. They've got some stops down there, but they're not getting the boards on the stops. So it's Sikeston's just kicking it back out and running it again until they score. Like you said, kind of got their possession until they score.
Yeah.
And so that's really hard because you're just letting them score every time down the floor, and the Dons obviously aren't matching that. So,
I would imagine they've got probably close to 20 second chance points, and if you take even if it's 10, I mean the score is still
44-30. It's a good ball game. Yeah.
So hopefully they can get that figured out. I mean, I know Sikeston is awfully athletic, but and
put a body on them.
Young too, young. Well, give us a score one more time here before we take a break.
It scores 20-16 Donettes, and Donettes have the basketball. So,
all right, well, we'll give you a score when we come back here in about 3 or 4 minutes. We'll get the second half underway on Current River Broadcasting.
Through the years, it's taken all of us to make our community great. We're proud that Chevrolet has been an important part of America's history for many generations. And Ripley County, Missouri, you are as American as it gets. And that's why your friends at Countryside Chevrolet of Doniphan want to say thank you. Thank you for making our country and our community great.
We see the potential of her and him and you, of where you're from and what you can accomplish. Because when you set your mind to it, there's nothing you can't do. But reaching your potential isn't just about achieving your goals. It's about helping others, supporting your neighbors, building your community, and investing in people that make a difference. Like her, and him, and you. Because when you're from here, that's just what you do. And from here, we can do anything.
We're for road trips. We're for hitting up Arthur Bryant's for lunch and making it to Lambert's for dinner. We're for drop tops, T-tops, classics, cruisers, steel horses, and real horses. Have you ever hit a deer? Yep, we're for you too. We're for getting stuck in traffic and 6-lane freeways that aren't so free. We're for Missouri license plates. No, medals of pride. Like us, no 2 roads are alike, but we're all connected. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missouri driver, we're for you.
I am Doug Green, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Agent, and if you're in Ripley County, I've got you covered.
Hometown Pharmacy is your one-stop pharmacy for all of your medical needs. Our pharmacists provide shots for flu, pneumonia, and shingles all in this pharmacy with no appointment necessary. Refills can be requested online or through our app, and delivery is available if you live within the city limits. Transferring prescriptions is easy, so come by or give us a call, and our friendly staff will take care of everything. Come experience the difference a hometown pharmacy can make on LaRue Street in Doniphan.
At Mathis Timber, our goal is to provide our landowners with the greatest possible financial return on their timber lands, while not damaging young timber or leaving your property in a mess. We have served Ripley County and the surrounding areas since 1939. We will buy your timber on lump sum total or percentage. We have several references upon request. Contact Craig Mathis at 573-429-0996 and see how Mathis Timber can assist you with all your timber harvesting needs.
The housing market is hot and interest rates are so low, making it a great time to sell your house or look for your new home. Either way, Taylor Schleif with United Country American Realty in Doniphan is there for you. Check out her listings online and be assured that Taylor will be with you every step of the way, making the process easier and more enjoyable for you. Come see her at their office in Oak Tree Village or schedule an appointment by calling 996-6786. Taylor Schleif and United Country American Realty, coming soon to a closing near you.
Davis True Value is proud to sponsor the Dons and Donettes for another exciting ball season. Just like the Dons and Donettes, Davis True Value knows hard work wins the game. They are your selection, service, and savings destination hardware store, serving the area with paint, plumbing, electrical, lawn and garden, and housewares. Your local True Value hardware with so much more. From window repair to chainsaw sharpening, we are the store of first choice. Behind every project is a True Value.
True Value.
All right, it's about time to get the second half underway. The Dons down big, 54-30. And Dalton's going to give us a halftime score for the Donettes here before we get started here in the third quarter.
Well, the Dons are coming out of halftime, and the Donettes just now went in. I mean, right before we came on, the Donettes went into the locker room. They've got a 10-point lead, 27-17. Still not doing a very good job scoring. I'm not exactly sure. We don't have the audio going. If there is audio, we're kind of just watching. We've got some players that haven't seen as much. McKenna's done some scoring here in the last little bit. Haven't seen much out of Brooke or Grayson. It is kind of hard to see on the screen, so I'm not exactly 100% sure. I wouldn't give scores or anything like that. But Donette's having a little trouble scoring still, but got a 10-point, and they got a 10-point lead right going into half. Exactly.
I think it's the biggest of the night.
Right.
So. All right, Dons with the ball, down by 24. They get it inside to Emmett Jones, and he lays it in. Boy, Emmett had a rough first half, but he gets an easy bucket there to cut the lead to 22. McCray, Wiggins steps into a three. It's no good. And another offensive rebound. And, boy, Artis hits the floor hard. And we're going to have a foul called on J.D. Burton. J.D. helps him up there. J.D.'s always a good sport, but he just J.D.'s athletic, but he's just not as athletic as Chris Artis was.
Yeah.
Well, J.D. Burton picks up the foul. And, again, the Dons don't get the defensive rebound on a miss.
Well, J.D. was trying to claim it, but the scoreboard had – oh, no, there it goes. It switched over to J.D. Sorry about that.
Pass inbounds to Thomas, out to McCray, who led him in scoring in the first half. Out to Soroka, so three-pointer, no good. He hit a couple, and another offensive rebound, and this one by Wiggins. And the Dons just can't get the defensive rebound. They just can't do it. I hate to keep saying that, but they can't. They've showed the whole game that Sikeston is getting it every time. Barton with a reverse layup. Nice move by Cam Barton. He's up to 8 points now, 56-34. Just underway in the third quarter. Wiggins is going to take it down, and Barton blocks his shot, and J.D. Burton saves it in. to Emmett Jones. Emmett brings it up the center of the floor. He's going to circle around, almost taken away, and we're going to have a foul on McCray, and he's going to be the first Sikeston player with 3. About the time you relax is when that's when they take it away from you. You thought you've got it away from them, and Gray's going to check back in for McCray, who goes to the bench with 3 fouls. J.D. Burton gets it into the front court. Bounces to Max Owen. Owen hits Rawlings cutting to the basket, and he lays it in. Another nice pass for the Dons. Well, they were just down so big here, it's going to be hard to come back. But get some stops and get some defensive rebounds. Gray head of the key to Sorokas. 3-pointer up, man, no good again.
He's not afraid to shoot it.
No, he's not. He's got 2 3-pointers, but he hit them 2 trips down the row, in a row. But he shot several more than that. And another good pass. And this one's to Barton. They hit the ball. That's not a walk if they hit the ball, is it? I guess if you come down with it, it is, because that's what they called.
Well, and Coach Cagle's going to get technical here, and I'm not quite sure why he was turning and walking away. Turned his back to the official, walking back to the bench. Going to give him a technical.
Well, I don't know.
I'm like you. It looked like that the guy had all ball, which means that
maybe a jump ball.
A jump ball, or Barton goes down and he lands, he can still go back up.
That's
should
what
be able
to. I don't know. I'm not a referee, but I just thought that. The Sorokas makes one of the 2. And let's see. That gives him 7 points, and Sikeston will take the basketball out. Coach Cagle got a little smirky grin on his face. The Dons have definitely played better the first part of the third quarter here, but that would have helped if Barton could have got that one in there, and they got the ball in the middle of the floor and got some good shots. A long 3-pointer. That hit the cable up above, and that was a long 3 by Dontrez Williams. And the Dons get it.
And see, Coach Cagle doesn't even realize the tee was on him, and the official that teed him up said, "Coach, you got to be sitting down. You're restricted to the bench." So,
he didn't even know they called it.
I don't think so. Either that or Cagle just thought he could keep standing up coaching. Who knows?
And another good pass. This time from Barton to Emmett Jones, and a nice cut by Jones. The Dons are doing a good job cutting to the basket down here, and they're getting some easy looks. But it all comes down to this end right here. The defense and the rebound. And a little runner put up by Williams, no good. Isaac Rawlings with the rebound. Gives it to Emmett Jones. Back to Rawlings. Up in the front court to J.D. Burton. He's in a double team, and he throws it out in the middle right to Thomas. Ahead to Wiggins. Wiggins throws it over to Williams, and it's too far out in front, but he does come away with it, and he gets a screen from Gray and lays it in. And see, just stuff like that. I mean, they got to stop on the other end, and then you just dribble into a double team. Bad place to go. Max Owen in the lane. Emmett Jones lost it, but it goes right to Cam Barton. Barton with 10 now. Well, they're picking up the score a little bit, 59-40. Wiggins drives baseline. Good job by Barton to cut him off. Gives it to Williams, and they back off of him. 3-pointer's good. I mean, I don't understand how you can back off a guy when you're on him that's already scored 14 points before that or whatever he had. And the Dons throw it away again. 3-on-1. And it's going to be right back to Thomas, and he lays it in. And that was a good unselfish play there by Williams, even though he's been shooting the ball a lot. Max Owen over to Rawlings. Rawlings is going to dribble into the paint. Stopped. His little runner no good. Ball tipped back out front. Rawlings comes away with it. In the lane to Jones. Jones is going to go in, put it up, and he scores. And the bucket's going to count. That foul is going to be on number 30, Gray. That's his second. And we got McCauley, James, Artis, and McCray checking back in. And Dons are bringing in Gazaway and Lane Allen. And Dons, I think. Lane Allen's going to check in for Emmett Jones. Emmett got his 8th point, and he'll have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. And the free throw rims out. Max Owen with inside position, but he missed it. Got his own rebound, goes up again, no good. And McCauley gets the rebound. They're working at it. And a pass to the other end. Goes into the Sikeston and the radio announcers down there.
I'm glad we're sitting up top.
The Dons are playing a lot better in this quarter, but they've only took 2 points off the halftime lead. 64-42 with 3:54 left here in the third quarter. Lane Allen inbounds it. Gets it right back. Over to Corey Haygood. Haygood back to Allen. Back to Haygood, and his pass deflected out of bounds by McCray. And it'll be Don's ball just in the front court. (64-42), Sikeston on top. Gives it to Gazaway, over to Max. Wide open three, it's no good. And the rebound comes down to Williams. Passes up the floor. McCray gets a screen, he goes in, lays it up left hand, no good. And Sean Gazaway with the rebound. Gives it to Max Owen. In the lane, Gazaway down low. Emmons.
Yep.
And they're going to call a foul, I think. I think Emmons got hit from behind.
Yeah.
Well, he had a layup, too, if he could have caught it. And that's the 4th one on LaCarian McCray. Well, he checks out. Tristan Wiggins comes back in for the Bulldogs. Inbounds, comes in. And Lane Allen gives it over to Max. Head of the key, back to Allen in the corner. Haygood, back to Allen. Now to Gazaway at the head of the key. Over to Max Owen. Owen to Haygood at the head of the key. Back to Owen, almost stolen. He's going to go into the lane, goes behind the back, and is taken away. Pass up the floor, and there's going to be a slam dunk by Dontrez Williams. And see, that's what I was talking about earlier. That's about the 3rd time that he's beaten all the Dons down the floor. And a lazy pass by Lane Allen, almost stolen by Williams, but it goes out of bounds. Cam Barton and Emmett Jones coming back in. Lane Allen and Luke Emmons will check out. 2 minutes and 42 seconds left in the third. Donette's back playing again.
Yep, they're up by 9. Donette scored, and then Saxon Answer scores 29-20.
And we got a jump ball as Corey Haygood got into a double team, and Artis and Williams had him tied up, and they get a jump ball, and it's Sikeston's ball.
I think the Doniphan faithful are wanting a foul call there, but
they were real close too.
Yeah.
They were almost as close as the referee was. Artis dribbles to the left side, hands it off to Williams. Williams is going to take it, give it to Wiggins for 3. That one's short, and a rebound to Max Owen. He turns around, starts up the floor, picks up his dribble, gets it to Gazaway. In the corner, Barton stopped, tries to get it to Jones, and it's knocked out of bounds. Barton does a pretty good job of seeing the floor when he gets the ball. That pass was just a hair too late. And it'll be Emmett Jones to throw it in. Coming into the game for Sikeston, number 13, Harrison Arnn, a 5'11 senior. This is his first time in the game tonight. Inbounds to Corey Haygood, three-pointer, it's good. That's Corey's second 3.
Coach Epps and Coach Honeycutt just had to help Grayson Kirby off the floor in the Donette's game, so not sure what happened there.
66-45, down by 21. Williams stops, free throw line jumper short. Cam Barton with the rebound. Emmett Jones calls a couple players back to help him get the ball. Pass deflected, goes to Cam Barton. In the lane to Emmett Jones. He's going to put it up. He missed it. Max Owen's going to follow it up and score. Well, the Dons have got it under 20 for the first time in a while. 66-47. Artis to Wiggins, head of the key to Williams. Over on the right side to Arndt. Now head of the key to Artis. Wiggins gets a path to the basket. Nobody picked him up. Barton's got to come over and help there. I don't care if he fouls him or what. That's just too easy. I mean, he's not guarding anybody there. Haygood in the corner. Barton dribbles one time, back to Haygood. Nice save to keep him from going out of bounds. And Max is wide open. He fakes the three, hands it off to Emmett Jones. He puts it up and scores. You know, if the Dons would have played this good last night, they'd have beat Kennett by 20 points.
Oh, most definitely.
Or maybe more. But they're still down by 19 points. They are passing the ball fantastic, and they're getting the ball down against their press. They just can't score or can't keep Sikeston from scoring. They do throw it away there. J.D. Burton coming back in.
The Dons have hung all third quarter. Matter of fact, they're going to win this quarter, correct?
Right now, they're 5 points up. They've outscored them 19-14 so far.
So,
but they were just down so big.
Right. It's going to be a hole to dig out of. But, you know, like you said, had they played this well last night, it wouldn't have even been a game in the fourth quarter.
And they just barely won that game last night. Me and you thought Kennett had won it on a three-pointer at the buzzer.
Yep.
Barton gets it in the corner. Max Owen down to 22nd. Gets it to Barton on the block. Turns over the right shoulder, and he's fouled by McCauley. And that'll send Cam Barton to the free throw line for 2. I actually didn't think the Dons might not even get to 60 points, but looking like now they will unless they just go stone cold in the fourth quarter. But they've scored 19 in this quarter. They only scored 30 in the whole first half. And Barton misses it off the right side.
We talked at the beginning of the game about a possibility of a running fourth quarter clock, and that wasn't a knock on the Dons. That's just how good Sikeston is. So, you know, the fact that they're, you know, hanging with them here in the third quarter says a lot.
Next one is no good. Williams with the rebound, so Sikeston's got a chance to get it back up over 20 with 10 seconds left in the third quarter. They're running a weave out front. They want Williams to be the one to take the shot. Now they're going to give it to Arndt in the corner for 3. It's no good. Offensive rebound by Artis, and he doesn't get the shot up in time. Well, the Dons done a little better that quarter, outscored them 19-14, but they still trail 68-49 at the end of the third quarter. We'll take another 1-minute break and be back on Current River Broadcasting.
We see the potential of her and him and you, of where you're from and what you can accomplish. Because when you set your mind to it, there's nothing you can't do. But reaching your potential isn't just about achieving your goals. It's about helping others, supporting your neighbors, building your community, and investing in people that make a difference. Like her, and him, and you. Because when you're from here, that's just what you do. And from here, we can do anything.
We are back at the Bill L. Wright Gymnasium. It's 68-49 in favor of Sikeston at the end of the third quarter. Sikeston will be on defense. They've got Artis, Williams, Arndt, McCauley, and Thomas. And the Dons send out their starters, Rawlings, Burton, Barton, Owen, and Jones. Down by 19 as we start the fourth quarter. And we'll see if the Dons can keep it up here in the fourth. And this is their last game until they play next Wednesday night in the district, so it'd be nice to finish this off good, even if they don't come back and win.
Right.
Be playing good at the end of this game.
And I got an update from Matt in the back. He said that on the play that Grayson that we talked about, of course I'm trying to watch both games and give updates, and he said that Grayson got tangled up with another girl and I guess got flung to the floor and landed pretty hard. So I don't think it's probably going to be an ankle or anything like that. I think it's going to be more maybe had the wind knocked out of her or kind of got shaken up a little bit. Hopefully that's just the case.
Max Owen for 3 in the corner. It's short. Follows his shot. Hands it to Barton. He's open from the free throw line. It's short. Arndt with the rebound. Up the floor. Gives it to Artis. And Artis is going to be fouled by Rawlings. Well, they just get the ball up the floor so quick. That is team foul number 3 on the Dons, and Isaac Rawlings' first personal foul. Inbounds comes in to Wiggins, takes it out front to Williams. He's 5 foot behind the arc, misses the three-pointer, but Arndt gets the long rebound. So many times when they shoot those long three-pointers, the rebound comes out over the top of your defense. That's what happened there. Arndt, he's open at the head of the key for three. He missed it. And Williams gets the offensive rebound. He put it up and missed it again. And J.D. Barton is wide open at the other end. And Barton was in traffic, so you can't really blame him there. And Williams hustling down there, knocks that ball out of bounds, and he almost saved it in. And the Dons should have went after that ball when he saved it, just in case he wasn't out of bounds, and they just stood there. We played a little over a minute. Neither team scored here in the fourth quarter. Max Owen back out front to J.D. Burton. Back to Max, dribbles baseline, underneath to Cam Barton, and again, nice passing by the Don. And Barton's got 12 now, and the assist went to Max Owen. And that's 17. That's the closest they've been in a long time. And it looks like the Donettes have opened up a little bit bigger lead as well.
They stretched it out to 13 and then just gave up a 3 there, so it's going to be 40-30.
Okay. McCauley put up a 3 and no good. Don's got the rebound. Max Owen at the head of the key over to J.D. Burton. Bounces baseline to Barton. In the lane to Emmett Jones. Turns, shoots, and a shot blocked by Williams. Gets the rebound, gives it to McCauley. McCauley hands it off to Arndt. Dribbles up to the three-point line. Into the paint. Out in the corner. Artis, he's open for 3, and it's good. They can all shoot it. That's his first three-pointer, but it looks like they all got the green light to shoot it, too, whenever they want. Back to a 20-point lead. Emma Jones dribbles through the defense. Out in the corner, Max Owen, and we're going to have a blocking foul when Emma Jones went through the paint, and that's going to be on Morgan McCauley.
Sikeston at 71 points, just past their points per game average, and the Dons are closing in on theirs. They're 9 points away. You figure they'll get there by the end of the fourth quarter, but Sikeston's every bit as good as advertised.
Williams stays on the floor. McCray comes back in. James, Thomas, and Sorakis comes back in. Corey Haygood comes back in for the Dons. Dribbles to the baseline. Little floater up is short. Williams high for the rebound. Gives it to Sorakis. In the corner, McCray. He gets around Rawlings, takes it in, puts it up, no good, but Rawlings fouled him. And the defense is not coming to help there. I mean,
yeah, that's. I think that's Cam Barton's rotation, and it's not like he's coming over to help.
He's just staying on this side of the floor instead of going to help. That is the second foul on Rawlings. That bucket would have counted because they're giving him 2 shots if it went in. They're not in the bonus. He misses the first one. Luke Emmons comes in, and Rawlings will take a seat. I'm sure Coach Epps will take a win however he can get it, but he probably won't be too happy with the offense they've got tonight over at Saxony. Next free throw is good. And McCray has 15 now. He's the second leading scorer for Sikeston, and it's 72-51. Haygood over to Burton. Burton across the half line, back to Haygood. In the paint to Barton. He's going to turn his shot blocked. And look at Williams. Look how fast he gets down the floor. He blocked that shot, and he's the first one down underneath the basket. Sorakis, no good. Three-pointer. Barton with a rebound and his outlet pass. Lucky the Dons got that one. Haygood underneath to Emmons. He's going to put it up, and he missed it. Good pass by the freshman, and here comes Williams. Goes down, and he's challenged. And we're going to have a foul on the rebound on Luke Emmons. Good job there by Max Owens, though, to not let him dunk that basketball. Luke Emmons picks up his first foul. That is 5 team fouls, but it'll be 2 shots for Dontrez Williams, who has 19 points in the ballgame. Are they still stuck on 40-30?
No, it's 41-30. They're manually inputting these, so the score's taking a little bit of time to roll over, but definitely one of the lower scoring games we've seen out of the Donettes.
Williams makes the first one to get him to the 20-point mark. And Sean Gazaway and Emmett Jones check back in for the Dons. That one no good, but an offensive rebound. Williams is going to shoot another 3, and it's good again. And the Dons just stand there and let him shoot it. I mean, when he comes across the half line, you need to guard him. And we got a walk on Sean Gazaway. I mean, he's hit some from like 6 feet behind the 3-point line. You would think by now, playing 3.5 quarters, that they would know that he could shoot it, and somebody would get out on him instead of just leaving him wide open. Lead back to 25. The Dons had it down to 17 at one point, and that's as close as they've got here in the second half. Sikeston running a weave. Sarakas down low. Williams up and under with the finger roll as he went around Max, and he got it to go. He's got 25. And the Dons have only scored 2 points this quarter after outscoring Sikeston in that third quarter. Max Owens sidesteps the defender and nails a three-pointer. And Sikeston all the way back to the other end already. And Williams again. They just leave him open. He's almost at the volleyball line, and they don't guard him. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, I couldn't guard him, but I'd at least get out there on him. My goodness. Three-pointer no good by Haygood. And James gives it to him, and he's open again, and nobody picks him up, and he buries another one. I mean, this is to me, that's just ridiculous. Leave somebody open underneath the basket and go guard him. Give him a 2. And back to a 30-point lead until Max Stolen hits a three-pointer. Max has got 20 now. And they hit Williams in the lane. He puts it up in the left hand and scores. He's got 33 points, and finally Coach Hollifield going to empty his bench. But the guys he's bringing back in, some of them are starters.
Yeah, some of them have scored. Barnett's now with a 7-point lead, scores 41-34.
I don't like that. They're letting them hang around.
And I haven't seen Grayson come back in yet. Oh, wait, is that her? Nope, that is not.
Arndt comes in, Gray comes in, Tristan Wiggins, one of the starters, along with Artis, one of the starters. And number 33 is Patterson. And the lead is back to 29 with 3:07 to go. And just not too awful long ago, it was 17 points. Williams has got 33 points. And he scored 9 or 10 or 11 of them here just in the last couple of minutes. Max Owen over on the left wing. In the lane to Rawlings. Has it taken away. They're going to call a jump ball. It'll belong to Sikeston. Catch the basketball, fellas. That's all you got to do. Under 3 minutes to go now. Are they at the end of the third quarter, you think?
I believe so. It doesn't have, like I said, a timer on there, but I'm pretty sure.
Well, we can tell everybody if we don't have a final by the time we go off, they can go to Saxony Lutheran's Facebook page. Pass underneath the Gray, and he shot blocked, but he goes right back to him. He throws it to Patterson. It goes through his arm, but he comes down with it out by the sideline. Wiggins takes it in. His little floater won't go. Another offensive rebound by Gray. His shot won't go. And Max Owen gets the rebound standing on his tiptoes. 2:08 to go. J.D. Burton, baseline to Cam Barton. Cross court to Max Owen. Max is open and going to shoot another three. That one rims out. Sean Gazaway keeps it alive, and Rawlings is going to put it up, and he scored. 86-59. Art to Patterson. Now to Wiggins on the left wing. Don's been playing a zone pretty much almost the whole game. They get into the paint to Wiggins. Turnaround jumper's good. Wiggins has got 12. 88-59, a minute and a half to go. And we're going to stop the clock to get Corey Haygood, Emmett Jones, and Luke Emmons, and Lane Allen in the game. And Max, JD, and Cam Barton going to the bench.
It's going to be his seniors coming out.
Yeah, all seniors. Sean Gazaway. And by the way, hopefully I talked to those four before the game tonight, and we're going to talk to them hopefully on Friday night if they all make it to the girls' game during halftime between games and at halftime of the varsity game as well. So Coach Cagle takes them out. They get a good hand from the crowd. As we said earlier, the crowd not good as normal, but probably because the girls are playing, there's probably a lot of the Donette fans down there. Lane Allen turnaround jumper, no good.
Also, some of our traffic's probably at the 5th and 6th grade right now. They're playing Fisk tonight, I believe.
Soroka, no, that's not Soroka. Excuse me, that's number 35. That's the kid that played in the JV game, but I don't have a 35 on here. I can't remember what his name was.
He was number 4 in the JV game, I believe.
Well, Ben James, they've got a number 4 out there. He's not out there now, but he's been playing.
Oh, yeah, he is out there.
I think he may have been it was number 12, Will Lake, I think.
There you go, yeah.
I believe that's who it is. 88-59. What number did I say he was wearing, 35?
Yep.
Patterson out front to Arndt. Over to Lape on the left wing. And they also got number 22, Applewhite, in there. Arndt is open at the head of the key for 3. It's no good. Offensive rebound. Arndt's going to take it in there, kick it out. 3-pointer from the left side. It's no good. Another offensive rebound. And Isaac Rawlings sneaks up from behind Arndt and takes it away and goes down and lays it in. I think Arndt went to sleep just a little bit there, didn't he? 15 seconds to go, and Sikeston probably going to dribble it out here. And it looks like they're going to hang on to the ball. So our final score is going to be 88-61. But the second half, the Dons played a lot better.
Much, much better.
They got outscored 34-31. So they only got outscored by 3 in the second half, but they drop it 88-61. Give me a score there, and then I'll run the scoring down.
Donettes have increased the lead to 11. They're up 45-34 right now, and Grayson Kirby has checked back into this game. So whatever happened with her, she seems to be doing good. She's playing, and that's good news for the Donettes. I was really worried when Matt said she got tangled up and went to the floor. I was hoping it wasn't a concussion or something like that, an ankle injury maybe that was going to keep her out possibly for the district tournament. But she's in playing right now and looks to be doing fine. So that's good news for the Donettes. But they are up 11 right now against Saxony in the 4th quarter.
Okay, look at the scoring here. And we'll start with Sikeston. Tristan Wiggins finished with 12 points. Dontrez Williams, the big man, 33 points tonight for the Sikeston Bulldogs. Chris Artis, 9. Ben James, 6. Kobe Thomas, 4. LaCarian McCray, 15. Creighton Sarakas, 7. And Gray, 2 points. Don't attempt to say his first name again. And they were 6 of 10 from the free throw line. The Dons only shot 5 free throws, and they were 0 of 3 in the second half, 2 of 5 for the game. For the Dons, it was J.D. Burton playing his last home game as a Doniphan Don, finished with 5. Isaac Rawlings, who'll be back next year, had 8. Emmett Jones also will be back next year, had 10. And Max Owen playing his last game, finished with 20. And Cam Barton in his last game finished with 12. And Corey Haygood hit a couple of 3-pointers and had 6. As I said, the Dons played much better in the second half, and they end up losing it 88-61 to the Sikeston Bulldogs here tonight at Doniphan in the final home game of the season. And the Dons will be in action again at 7 o'clock next Wednesday night at the Dexter Bearcat Event Center in the semifinals of the district. They drew the number 2 seed, and we're still working.
They'll be playing the winner of Notre Dame and Perryville.
At 7 o'clock, right? Next Wednesday on the 1st. And, of course, the girls play on Thursday, and they will play the first game at 5:30 against the winner of
Dexter and Perryville.
And we're trying to find out still yet. Hopefully we can find out before the girls' game Friday if we're going to have those games on the radio for you. If we don't find out by Friday, Matt will post it on the Current River Broadcasting Facebook page and probably on the Doniphan High School Athletics website as well. So 88-61, and what is the score right now of the girls' game?
Well, when I was trying to pull up that tournament bracket, I clicked off of it. But I believe the Donettes were up 12 when it went away. I got it right here. Nope, they're up 11, 47-36. But Grace, 50-36. Sorry, it just loaded in. So 50-36, 14-point lead. And They have possession of the basketball. Oh, nope, they updated again, 50-38. So,
and they're probably halfway through the fourth quarter, probably.
I would say that or more, yeah.
So, did Coach Cagle see you?
I tried to wave him down. I don't know if he's planning on coming up here or not. I don't figure with it being the seniors' last game, I figure he'll have some stuff he'll want to say to them. And there's not a whole lot to talk about on a 27-point loss, other than maybe we could talk about the district tournament coming up. But he didn't give me any indication he was coming up, so I say we just call it a night and pack up and head home.
Once again, our finals 88-61. The Dons will drop to 18-8 now on the season.
Yes.
So they will head into the district.
No, 17. Yeah. Well, depending on when Matt printed this. Is this with the Kennett game? Be 17-9.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's right. I think last night's win made them 17-8. So they're 17-9. So they'll head into the district with a 17-9 record. And the Donettes trying to go to 23-2 on the season. And they still have one more game on Friday night. By the way, I'll be here. I'm not sure about you Friday night to bring you the Donettes' last home game against Jackson. And we should have a full junior varsity game that night, I would think.
Yeah.
So that will be our next and our last game on Current River Broadcasting for this year. If we do any more after that, they will be on the radio. But we'll be letting you know more about that as we find out. So that's going to do it for us. For Dalton Pennington, this is Keith Bowman. I want to thank Matt Morin back in the stage in the corner back there in the stage where nobody can see him. And he is the main man here at Current River Broadcasting. I want to thank all of his students, too, who run the cameras all year long. Those kids come out here. I don't know whether they get grades for that or not, but I'm sure a lot of times we see different ones about every game, so there must be several of them. I'd like to get a list of those from Matt and call out their names there Friday night if I could.
Let's do that, yeah. I think that's a great idea.
So anyway, 88-61 is our final score. Dons fall to the Sikeston Bulldogs. Good night, everybody.